Small businesses that struggled under COVID, they struggled with lockdown measures, very onerous lockdown measures. Now, these same small businesses have to jack the pay of their employees at a time where they can't even afford it. Let's put more small businesses under, will we? Also, I don't know about you, but I got my start working minimum wage and sometimes less than minimum wage, working paper routes. Now, an employer will have no absolute reason to hire unskilled labor. So it's actually going to exacerbate income inequality. And I'll talk more about the $15 minimum wage proposal, which probably won't get passed, but they'll raise it to some, number like 10 or 12 and they'll call it a victory. But the real minimum wage, as economists have found out, is always zero. So President-elect Biden also called for a 10 grand student loan forgiveness, but that was not included in the stimulus plan. Senior officials of the incoming Biden administration say the president-elect still supports forgiving $10,000 in student debt per borrower, but there is no mention of these loans being canceled in the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Also in the stimulus, increased checks of $1,400. They're saying increasing the checks to $2,000. It's really a $1,400 increase. It's something that President Trump already proposed, so that's really not new. And the unemployment plan includes a $400 weekly boost, extra benefits for 6 months. President-elect Joe Biden's pandemic relief package would extend income support for millions of unemployed workers through September 2021 and increase the jobless benefits by $400 per week, according to a speech outlining his plan on Thursday night. Now, here's the problem. Tax changes are on the way. If we have $1.9 trillion with a T in new spending, two things are going to happen. Hyperinflation, the dollar will become worth less. That's why we're seeing Bitcoin hovering around 37,000. What will happen when a barrel of money will buy a bushel of wheat? Are you really prepared for hyperinflation? We've never had it we haven't had rampant inflation in about 40 years. So just be prepared. Real estate values going up. Price of bread going up. Just wait. This is what happens when you print money unfettered. And shame on both parties for doing this. I decried what I saw was President Trump's fiscal mismanagement, raising, by some estimations, $8 to $10 trillion under his watch. And now we see that President-elect Biden is sort of continuing spending like a drunken sailor. I have a real problem with it, but hey, you won't suffer. It'll just be your kids and grandkids that'll be suffering in Venezuelan-like poverty. So who cares, right? Make sure you can buy the Netflix subscription and whatever else you need. That booze store that's open, that's mandated on the coronavirus lockdown affected everybody but supermarkets, grocery stores, booze shops, pot shops. But Joe's Pizza Shack, they've been living under onerous rules, and now they have to jack up minimum wage for their employees. They can't even afford to pay their own rent, mortgage, whatever. But I digress.
The preceding program was sponsored by the Jalinski Advisory Group.
Any awards, rankings, or recognition by unaffiliated third parties or publications, including 5-Star Wealth Manager, Advisory of the Year finalist by Senior Market Advisor, and top of the $1 Million Roundtable, are in no way indicative of the advisor's future performance or any individual client's investment success. No award, ranking, or recognition should be construed as a current or past endorsement of Josh Jalinski or Wealth Quarterback LLC. Information regarding specific awards, rankings, or recognitions is available on the Wealth Quarterback website at www.jalinski.org. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. Investment strategies such as asset allocation, diversification, or rebalancing do not assure or guarantee better performance and cannot eliminate the risk of investment losses. There are no guarantees that a portfolio employing these or any other strategy will outperform a portfolio that does not engage in such strategies. This broadcast should not be construed by any client or prospective client as a solicitation to effect or attempt to effect transactions in securities or the rendering of personalized investment advice. Due to various factors, including changing market conditions, the information discussed in this broadcast may no longer be reflective of current positions or recommendations. While information presented is believed to be factual and up to date, Josh Jalinski and Wealth Quarterback do not guarantee its accuracy, and it should not be regarded as a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. The tax and estate planning information discussed is general in nature, is provided for informational purposes only, and should not be construed as legal or tax advice. Listeners should consult an attorney or tax professional regarding their specific legal or tax situation. Advisory services offered through Wealth Quarterback LLC.